Welcome to you all in this online class. Dear student, today we will revise this chapter. Name of the chapter is Medieval Period. Some important facts are going to be highlighted, having kept the importance of coming examination in my view. First of all, you should learn what is the definition of the medieval period of European history. As we know, generally history is divided into three periods: ancient, medieval, and modern. Here we have to discuss about medieval period. In Europe, the medieval period is considered that period between 5th to 15th century. See, the period which begins from 5th and ends in the 15th century, between this time, between these years, are known as the medieval period. I mean, the period from 5th to 15th century CE is known as the medieval period in Europe, not in India. But in India, Indian medieval history begins from period from the 8th to 18th century CE. Right? What is the basic difference? In Indian reference, in Indian reference, 8th to 18th century, but in European reference, it is from 5th to 15th century CE. This difference must be uh, remembered to save yourself from getting confusion while question comes right about the period of medieval period in European history and medieval period of Indian history. So these things must be done. Next, in ancient period, what it is, India was confined in some certain area. Its relation or knowledge was not extensive because there was no wide range open for Indians to contact. But some events took place in medieval period which brought the many differences in the field of social, economic, and political structure. And it is why it opened the gate of our communication, knowledge, transport, trade, commerce to with the rest of the world, and our relation began to set up with other countries because all these changes influenced Indian society, culture, and economy very highly. And it is why these influences were evident, I mean, seen in culture, administration, economy, and language, etc. In this way, you have learned our history divided into three periods: medieval, ancient, medieval, and modern. There is the different meaning of the European medieval period, medieval European medieval uh, Indian European medieval period of history, and the medieval Indian history. Now, how do we know about this? Actually, there are some evidences, proofs, right, which gives us sufficient information about that age. Since it is on large scale, that is why it is divided in some parts. I mean, sources of information of medieval period are divided into many groups, many parts, but basically there are two areas, two parts. Those are called literary sources of information and archaeological sources of information. Here you see literature and archaeological findings. I mean literary sources and archaeological sources. So we have to know what are the literary sources and what are the archaeological sources. First, we have to know about 5 examples of literary sources. First, the literature of this period, right, is one of the most important literary source that is related with the religious work and commentaries regarding Puranas and Smritis, right? Next, there are some other non-religious works, I mean writings, books. It also gives us the sufficient information about the age that is written on medicine, astronomy, drama, stories and literature. Two हो गए, you have learned two main points, two examples of literary sources. Third is the autobiographies. Fourth, orders of the rulers. And fifth, the letters writing during that period. So these are the main literary sources. Apart from it, there are some books which were written in that days, which also gives us the sufficient information about that age. For example, Prithvi Raj Raso, that was written by Chand Bargai. So one question may be asked, name the book written by Chand Bargai, or who wrote Prithvi Raj Raso, or write the name of the book which throws the light on the administration and the life of the people in North India during the reign of Prithviraj Chauhan. So the correct answer it will be. So basically you have find these sources of literary sources of information. Next important book that was written in that period was Tahqiq-e-Hind, and it was written by Al-Baruni. Ain-e-Akbari was the another book that was written by Abul Fazl, right? And which were written, all the books were written in Persian language. This fact is related with your MCQ question of your exercise also. In which language Tahqiq-e-Hind and Ain-e-Akbari was written? So your correct answer should be or is Persian language. Now, in that period, we the invention of paper also made very easy availability of the sources because many writings took place on paper. Many reports were recorded on paper. I mean, writing of reports started on paper, and all these records were collected by the rulers, temples, monasteries in the form of manuscript, and these are the major sources. So in this way, all these 4, 5 main important sources were there. Now in this paragraph, one question reads, question is, give one example that proves the meaning of words differentiated in modern age that was used in ancient. Example is what? Or give an example that over a period of time, many changes occurred in grammars and vocabulary or meaning of interpretation of different words. One example is Hindustan. During the medieval period, the meaning of this term was a place where Hindus live. Hindustan means a country where only Hindus live. But today its meaning has changed, is changed, right? Many people have taken an exception to the word, and this word is referred as India. They want to refer this word to as India. So this is the example that prove in course of time the meaning of words have been changed. Now next is uh, many manuscripts provide a lot of information to the historians. Manuscript means handwritten, all the written records, especially by the hands of first handwritten records are called manuscript, right? These manuscript also gives us sufficient information about the king, about the rules, regulations, political, social, economic condition of the state. So these are the literary sources. Now next is what? Excavation of medieval towns, sarai, villages, paintings, monuments, sculpture, coins, all these are the archaeological sources of information. So these are the two different sources of information. One important question, where is the National Archives? Right? Where is the National Archives? Here you see New Delhi. Now what is National Archives? It is a place where the national and state government keep their all records, documents and manuscripts. This is called archives. And National Archives of India is located in New Delhi. Here you see what is the meaning of scribe, a person who copied out documents. जो कॉपी करता हो, नकल करता हो documents का. All these questions are here. You must have to learn because any question from this side also can be set in your examination. Now all these things I have already discussed just now. Taki Ke Hind, a famous travel account. The Purana excavation, I mean Puranas, a book, Aine Akbari, travel account, inscriptions, what will be? Source of information, Marco Polo, foreign visitor, excavation, digging underground. All these answers are can be solved by you. Next year, what do you mean by the age of three empires? Age of three empires means the empire, the age of three empire means the period from 750 to 1000 CE. It is called the age of three empires because three dynasty ruled, three empires, three kingdoms rose in this time, in this period. They were the Rashtrakuta, the Pala and Pratiharas. Right? Next important, in which area Rashtrakuta started to rule and when? In northern Deccan in 753, this area was covered up to Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, Maharashtra and Karnataka. Next important, who was the founder of Rashtrakuta dynasty or empire? Correct answer is yes, Danti Durga. Name any two important rulers who are very, very important, very, very popular among the people. Those were Govinda III and Amogh Varsa. You know, one other specialty of Amogh Varsa was what? He was a great scholar of Sanskrit and he had written a book, Kabiraga Marg, in Kannada language. So regarding this topic, question can be raised. Name the three titles adopted by Rashtrakuta ruler. Here, Chakravarti, Maharaja Bhiras, and Param Bhattarak. Okay, so these types of. Where is rock cut temple? Right, in Ellora, I mean in Maharashtra, and yes, and Hindu, Buddhist, and Jain related art is depicted on the wall in the cave. Here I just now I have discussed Amogh Varsa was himself a great lover of Sanskrit, I mean a scholar of Sanskrit, and he has wrote Kabiraga Marg, a book in Kannada. It is a Kannada poetry. Right? So next Who was the founder of Pala dynasty? Yes, correct answer is Gopala. Name the ruler who was appointed by the people of the state or kingdom. He was Gopala and who founded Pala dynasty. What do you mean by Bikramshil Bihar? Bikramshil Bihar was the Buddhist education center that only became the university. Who founded this one? Dharmapala was the greatest ruler of Pala dynasty and he founded the Bikramshil Bihar University, I mean Buddhist Center of Education. So this is very important. Now next, in which area why Pratihara were known as Gurjar Pratihara? Because Pratihara were originated in Gujarat. That is why this name is given or added to him. Now next important question. Who was the founder of this dynasty? Nagabhatta I. Just now you have learned the name of the founder of Rashtrakuta dynasty was Danti Durga. Here you are not knowing the name of the founder of Pratihara dynasty, Nagabhatta. Now, all of them used to fight against each other only to get control over Kannauj because Kannauj was the matter of prestige and power. They want to set up their supremacy by conquering Kannauj. Each of them wanted to get control over Kannauj to show their supremacy. I mean, supreme power. Now next, name of the 5 kingdoms under Pratiharas. These were the group of Rajputa rulers, the Chauhan of Rajasthan, Gaharwal of Kannauj, Solanki of Gujarat, Paramars of Malwa, and the Chandels of Bundelkhand. Here one important inside questions. What do you mean by Gauda? West Bengal was known as Gauda and Banga means East Bengal. Okay, so in this way you will select the question answer for the preparation. Some temples were also important. Who was King Mihir Bose? He was the king in Pratihara dynasty who was well-known scholar, right? Next, what do you mean by tripartite struggle? Tripartite struggle means the fighting, struggle between 3 parties. Who are the 3 parties? Pala, Pratihara, and Rashtrakuta. Right? A short note you should have to prepare about tripartite struggle. What will you write? You know, you will write tripartite struggle was the struggle fought between 3 parties, among 3 parties. Those were Rashtrakuta, Pratihara, and Pala. This infighting took place between 750 CE to 1000 CE. They were fighting only for getting control over Kannauj to set up their supremacy. What was the result? Each of them succeeded in occupying Kannauj in turns. Now, but after all, they lost their power and military strength, and it also became one of the most important cause of their decline. Next is Rajput. The term Rajput means the son of Raja. The son of Raja, right? But all were not the sons of Raja. So other theory is there also, Suryavanshi and Chandravanshi. Many Rajputs trace out their origin from God Surya and Chandra. Other theory is about Agnikula, which believe that this great community appears from the altars of fire. Agnikul से इनका आगमन हुआ है, has come out, and later on their families, members began to increase and their varnas or community increased, and later on they were known as Rajputas. Here, there were Agnikulas. Rajputas were the Paramas of Malwa, Pratyaras of Rajasthan, Gujarat, Chauhan of Ajmer, and Chalukya of Gujarat. And how many clans of Rajputs were there? A main group, community, the 36 clans. Now name one of the most important Rajput rulers who fought against Muhammad Ghori, right? He was Prithviraj Chauhan. Prithviraj Chauhan has fought two battles of Tarain. Tarain is the name of place. And in both the battle, Prithviraj Chauhan had to fight against the same enemies. And he was Muhammad Ghori. In 1191, first battle of Tarain took place in which Muhammad Ghori was defeated by Prithviraj Chauhan. But just in next year, in 1192, again Muhammad Ghori attacked Prithviraj Chauhan, and Prithviraj Chauhan was defeated and killed. In the meantime, what happened? There was a courtier and the friend of Prithviraj Chauhan, Chand Bardai, who composed an epic poem, Mahakavya ki rachna unhone ki, long poem, epic, and its name was a Prithviraj Raso, which relates or which describes the bravery and heroism of Prithviraj Chauhan. Jaichand was also the king of Kannauj, who did not support Prithviraj Chauhan and supported Muhammad Ghori. This was just like a cheating, but later on, Jaichand was also defeated by Prithviraj Chauhan and his kingdom was taken. Actually, what was the reason behind this one? You know, the Jaichand, the king of Kannauj, had a Swayamvar for his daughter. You know, Swayamvar is a process to marry the daughter in which girls are allowed to choose her husband by her own. His daughter name was Sanjukta. He did not invite Prithviraj, the king of Delhi. He placed a statue of Prithviraj in position of doorkeeper. उनको बेइज्जत करने के लिए, इंसल्ट करने के लिए डोरकीपर की प्रतिमा के रूप में उनको लगा दिया गया था. The princess of Kannauj rejected all the princes and assembled there, and instead placed the garland around the statues of neck. यानी पृथ्वीराज चौहान का जो डोरकीपर के रूप में स्टैच्यू था संयुक्ता ने, यानी जयचंद की जो बेटी थी, उन्होंने उसको हार पहनाया. इट मीन्स she accepted Prithviraj Chauhan as her husband, and in this way Prithviraj was present there. He sprung up, he captured Sanjukta, took away and rode away with the princess. And it is said this was the main reason behind the ill feeling between Jaichand and Prithviraj Chauhan. Now next is governance of India. Point we have already discussed. Since in this examination long question answer will not come, so I am not highlighting because 2 times I have revised it. So once some technical terms you learn, what do you mean by Thakurs and Rajas? They were the person who was given the gift of land, granted the land as reward. They were the officers under the Rajput rulers of the North Indian kingdom, and they were called Thakurs or Rais. Now, what do you mean by polygamy? Polygamy means a system of society in which a person used to keep more than one wife. Right? This is called polygamy. What do you mean by Brahmadeya and Agrahara? This was the gift of land given by Rajput kings to Brahmins. Right? So in this way, all these things are important. You should learn. Now you see here, main who was the author of Kaviraga Mar? Just now you have listened Amog Varsha. Vikramshil Vihar, a center for Buddhist education, right? In this way, all these things you learned it carefully. Now, the Sun Temple, Puri, who among following was elected by the people? Just now I have discussed. I mean, Pala dynasty. Again, we have less time, right? I am going to try to open it. Ah, okay. You have those who have done it. Thanks a lot. अब जो है ये किसी क्लास में ओके